This is one thing we learned about every Big Six club from match week 1. Starting off with Liverpool, and we learned that their attack is absolutely electric, but their defense still needs some work if they want to win the Premier League again this season. Yes, their attack did do their thing, with Hugo Ekitike scoring a Premier League goal on his debut, Cody Gakpo making it 2-0 at the start of the second half, Federico Chiesa scoring the winning goal in the 88th minute, and Mo Salah finishing it up in stoppage time. But we all knew this already about Liverpool. We all knew they were going to score a lot of goals this season. The problem lies in the defense. New signings Milos Kerkez and Jeremy Frimpong did not look up to speed at all, and honestly, I don't know why Liverpool fans thought that getting Jeremy Frimpong as a replacement for Trent would make them better defensively. They're basically the same player. Going forward, they're brilliant, but defending is just not there. And then they had to sub him off just to bring on Endo, a defensive midfielder playing at right back, and it wasn't much better. Kerkez also had a bad debut, but I honestly do think he'll get better as time goes along. But the thing that surprised me the most was that Van Dijk and Konate looked absolutely out of place, which makes no sense to me because they are probably one of the most respected center back pairings in the Premier League, maybe even the world. Moving on to Spurs, and we learned that this team has major upside for this season. With new manager Thomas Frank and new signings like Mohamed Kudus, Tottenham have a ton of upside this season. I mean, they absolutely demolished Burnley with notable performances from the likes of Mohamed Kudus with 2 assists, Richarlison with 2 goals, one of them perhaps being a goal of the year contender in week 1. Also, I thought Pape Matar Sarr and Jed Spence put in absolutely incredible performances as well. With all these new positives in the club, I expect Tottenham to be competing for Europe and perhaps go far in the cup competitions this season. Next up is Man City, and oh my god, they have done it again. Pep Guardiola has cooked up one of the best teams in the world yet again. This game was all about 2 players, Tijani Rangers and Ryan Cherki, because these are 2 players that City just signed that people knew were going to be good, but did we know they were going to be this good? I don't think so, and I think this is especially the case for Tijani Rangers, because this was a performance that put the league on notice. He was everywhere on the pitch, and he has everything you would want in a midfielder that plays for your team. He works hard, he can win the ball back, he can find pockets, he can score goals, he can give you an assist. I mean, this guy is just a beautiful footballer to watch in general, especially the way he moves and the way he manipulates the ball. Very few players in the world that I've seen can do that. I mean, it reminded me of the likes of Thiago Alcantara or even Paul Pogba at times. And for Ryan Cherki, man, I'm ready to say this guy is probably the most talented player in the Premier League right now. I genuinely cannot think of anyone else in this league who can do what he does on a football pitch. And we've seen this before at Lyon and for the French national team, but now it's being put on display for the whole world to see in the best league in the world. Next up with Chelsea, and as a Chelsea fan, we realize that we cannot beat a low block to save our lives. I mean, we have had this issue since last season, even the season before. Whenever we play against a low block, we simply cannot create a single chance. We let the other team control the game. And I do want to give some credit to Crystal Palace because they played an absolute brilliant game, but the fact that we couldn't create a chance and we're being given title shouts is absolutely insane. This was a game that was crying out for someone to take the ball and take the game by the scruff of its neck and produce something magical. Someone like Cole Palmer, someone like Xavi Simons, who we're potentially going to sign and fix this issue so that Cole Palmer doesn't have to do it all by himself. And also, I cannot believe there were real life Chelsea fans saying that we don't want to sign Gianluigi Donnarumma, one of the best keepers in the world, just because we have this bum Robert Sanchez in goal. Anyways, moving on to Manchester United, and we learned that this team is for sure better than last season, but there's still big holes. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean that going forward, Manchester United looked very dangerous, and in the back they were pretty solid. It was just a goalkeeping issue. Brian Mbeumo, Mason Mount, and Matheus Cunha all looked very good. Cunha especially, I thought he had a great game. I thought he was the best player for Manchester United. He was the one creating chances, driving the ball forward, and I think he'll be a very good signing for them. But like I said earlier, I think the main issue relies on the goalkeepers and the overall structure of the team. I mean, it seemed like every time they brought the ball forward, there was no one in the box to cross it to. No attackers. And another thing, I don't think Bruno Fernandes can play in a double pivot. I think he's best suited for the position that Mason Mount played today. And the fact that they're not getting Carlos Baleba makes this a very dangerous system of play. Next up is Arsenal, and this one's simple. It's the same old stuff. Mikel Arteta has changed absolutely nothing since last season, even though he's gotten new signings like Victor Gyökeres and Zubamendi. I mean, for Gyökeres to succeed at this club, Arsenal are going to have to play to his strengths, instead of him having to play to Arsenal's strengths. Of course, they got the goal from the set piece, and honestly it looked lackluster for the rest of the game. I mean, obviously their defense is going to be very solid, as it always is, but there was nothing inspiring in the attack. And Mikel Arteta, I have no idea why he left Max Dowman out of the squad entirely. I mean, Arsenal fans were telling me that this kid was their best player during preseason, and I saw some clips and he looked very good, but Arteta's a manager that doesn't like to take a risk anymore, and I honestly don't think we'll see Max Dowman for more than 5, maybe 10 games this season.